Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? You wanna come say hi? Did you wake up a little bit? Come here. Say hi guys. I'm awake from my nap. You can tell everybody welcome to Vlogtober day 7. It's day 7, which makes it October 7th. So welcome. Maverick has been sleeping, getting his beauty rest. We did do both winners, finally, for the Stranger Summer Make-Along and for the September Great Fiber Cake-Off. Just a little bit ago, he was very sleepy. He barely had it in him to listen, let alone raise his beautiful little head and congratulate people, so. But he was there in spirit. He just thought he was either going upstairs to bed or getting dinner when I came in here, so he got his hopes up for nothing. Sorry, little man. Oh, we're sorry. You get to go to bed soon, okay? You get to go to bed soon. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Okay? So, how has your weekend been, you guys? Tell me everything that you've done. Have you done anything? Have you relaxed? Have you had to work? I hope not. I have to work at the beginning of the normal weekend, so this was the beginning of my weekend. So I know working on the weekend sucks. Yeah. But yeah, what have you done? Are you getting with the spooky season and celebrating anything or getting anything ready? Are you decorating? Let me know everything that you're doing. Tell me about your life. Tell me. Anybody who's seen, when you guys have seen the outside of my house, you know that we are decorated somewhat, somewhat all year round. We're just looking, because we have like orange icicle lights on the outside of our house. And I think it was because we've had some pretty high winds. I mean, nothing like, the South has had. Like, I hope everybody who has been, who's part of our family has, well, I hope everybody in general, but like especially anybody who would be watching and stuff is staying safe and is okay, of course, and everything. I know you guys have had some terrible like wind, rain, storms, obviously from the hurricane. That's an understatement. I'm aware. But for our part, we've had some pretty bad wind, off and on, like nothing insane, but for our little lights, they've taken a beating, I guess. And we've had a few areas, like it goes in patches, and they're like, I don't know, like 2-foot sections, I guess, of light that are out here and there. So like there's only 2 pieces I think that are out, but they're like patched up, like there's light and then there's a section that's out, and then there's light and then there's a section that's out. Which last year, those lights have lasted for over a year. We were just debating whether it was 1 or 2 years that we've had them up. But for sure last year, there was at least one section that went out, and then the wind knocked it around and it came back on. So we were kind of hoping, or at least I'm kind of hoping, that it's going to come back on. I'm not sure if David's as optimistic as I am or not. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. So our big adventure out today was we went out to eat. I slept in. I ended up staying up. When I said I was going to go to bed after the video last night, Maverick and I stayed up until like 8 in the morning. But yeah, so I slept in today till 4. I know it was late. I didn't even look at the time for sure. And I got up and showered, and David was just like, do you want to go eat? And I was like, yes, I do. So we went and had something to eat. And I think tomorrow he wants to go to Menards. He's doing like some woodworking projects around the house for his days off. So he wants to go do that. And I don't know if he does some stuff before I get up, obviously. because I am on a slightly different schedule than him. Then we kind of like meet up in the middle. So I don't know if he'll go before me or not. If he doesn't, I want to go look at the Halloween stuff. But, so maybe I'll be able to take you guys with me if I end up going. I don't go by myself like this year. I mean, I haven't, just because like if I go with somebody else, and I need to like hobble around. I don't know. I guess I feel better doing that, like with my feet and stuff. If I'm like by myself, I feel weird kind of being the like hobbly person. I don't know. Yeah. I cannot wait to get that taken care of. Or hopefully. Anyway, I really hope so. But yeah, so it's been like a lazy day. I got one thing besides my squares. I got my squares finished, but you know, that's at the end. We'll wait till the end on that one. I got one thing finished. You guys may recall that I worked with some blanket yarn at the request of my friend Victoria. My real around here, not that you guys aren't real friends, but my around here, my real location friend, my in the area friend. Her daughter asked for a bucket hat to be made with blanket yarn. So I made one, and it was like, I'd call it Heather sized, because I figured I have a really small head. But apparently, her kid is destined to be an adult with a small head, because she's a kid with an even smaller head. Like, even for a kid, she's got a small head. So I had to make another one, because I was going to just pull that one out, and Victoria's like, no, just keep that one. So honestly, I'll probably pass that along, and they can have like a mother and me set or something, because I have no use for a bucket hat to begin with. I have no use for a bucket hat in this color. Secondly, I have no use for a bucket hat in this color made of blanket yarn. Thirdly, it's just, we're checking all the boxes in no for Heather, so I'll probably just pass it along. But the first one that I made, actually I have right here. So this one was the one that I made. I actually have to sew the end. I realized I never sewed the end in, because when I had the kiddo try it on, it was just a little bit too big. But I always thought bucket hats were supposed to be. She wants it a little bit tighter. But I always thought I don't think she liked it being down this far. But I always thought they were supposed to be. I don't know. I am clearly not a bucket hat person. I had followed the instructions on whatever random video I had found at the time. And then, you know, went from there. I think I shortened it a little bit. I shortened the row or something, and then so it didn't flare out as much, and then I probably did a row less or something. But that's what I came up with. Like, it fit me. I think it fits okay. Like, I feel like I could do this number and have, like, for those of you old enough, I had a blossom thing going on. That's what my friend Andy said. He's like, you got a blossom vibe going. But too big. That's fine. So then I went with this, which is obviously on me going to be real tight, because the kiddo wanted it her size. So yeah, I don't want to stretch it out too much. I'm not going to like force it down over my head or anything. But on her head, it'll be a little bit slouchy, and it'll go down a little bit further. But that's the kiddo version. So, and in fact, I'm going to take it off now. So I got all the ends sewn in and everything, since this is the one actually going to her. But I had it down to like here or whatever, and then I ran out of yarn. So I had to go get another thing of yarn just for this. So, the very end of it, well, I only used basically at the very end of a yarn, and I have almost a full skein left. So I'll probably see if because Victoria crochets too, but I don't think she uses stuff like this. If she doesn't, I'll probably pass it along to somebody who uses blanket yarn, because your girl does not use blanket yarn. So yeah, I have like a mommy and me kind of deal going on here. But that's what I finished today, was that, so I could get those done. So, yay, done. That's besides my squares, that's all I got done today. And I think I made a decision. I had been working on another hat that was like a paid for pattern. I've made the hat before. There's nothing really wrong with the hat, but like I feel like, and I know I'm a really tight crocheter apparently. So I'm sure some of it is my fault of me, but the hat always comes out, even on the biggest adult size, it always comes out really small. Like it's kind of tight. The biggest adult size is kind of tight on my head. So with all of that in mind, and I think I went up a hook size. No, I used the right size hook because I think I was just like, I'm following the pattern exactly. I'm going to use the hook size, and I used bigger yarn though because it called for a 4-weight, and I used Scarfie, which is considered a 5-weight, even though I use it as a 4-weight all the time, like in 4-weight stuff. So I was like, kind of meet in the middle, like I'll use a yarn that's supposed to be bigger, but it's still not a bigger hat. And I don't know, I worked on it for a long time before, like I got the brim done, and the brim is one of those that's like a really cool, brim that's the single crochet in the back loop around and all that, so it almost looks knitted. Finished the whole brim. Finished it under with the brim folded up, it would still go up to like here. So I'm almost done with it. But that hat it does not bring me joy. I do not like it. So I think I'm not even gonna like power through it and just have a finished product hat, because like, what do you do with it? I will not have it, like, I don't think I'll have enough time to finish, like, say, because it'll basically end up being a child size hat, right? If it's pretty tight on me, it's going to be a child size hat because my head's small anyway. Which would be fine and all, don't get me wrong, because honestly what I thought was I'll whip up a scarf and send it off to Rose for wings. That's actually what I thought I would do. Which I wish I had thought of this last month to finish it up and do that, because I just sent her off blankets, could have added it to the package. But I don't think I'll have time before the donations are over with the other stuff that I'm getting done to get a scarf done. I think I'm just going to take it and rip it apart is what I think I'm going to do. Because yeah, I'm not digging it at all. And I just need to start making decisions on not finishing things I don't want to finish, basically. And I think that is one of them. So I think it's gone. It's so funny that you're like in such debate over something like a hat. Just don't finish it. Just rip it apart. It's not a big deal, But it is it would be a nice hat if it would just be the right size. It's irritating that it's not. But yeah, like I worked on that today. I just obviously didn't get anywhere with it because I was like, today's going to be the day I finish hats. That's what I'm going to do. And nope, I did not. No. Yeah. And I want to I started getting the winter's stuff. Like I started yesterday. I didn't finish getting all the winter stuff put together for the winners that I drew. So I'm going to finish doing that tonight / tomorrow. And because I want to pick some more stuff out for them and reorganize like where I've kind of like left holes in my yarn, because like, man, I just want to, especially like before my surgery, I just want to get everything in order so it's not so, I don't know a good word, like unruly, I guess. But And then after surgery or even during surgery, it would just be nice to know everything is in its place, you know? So that seems like a really good idea. Make what I want to make, and those are all well-laid plans though, right? So we'll see how much I get done and organized, etc. But that is, you know, and I think that'll also help me too, like while I'm organizing, I will pick out kind of like, I will be stuck downstairs, I'm sure, because I'm not going to be climbing the stairs for a while on my feet. If I can't put any weight on one foot, I'm not going to be climbing the stairs on the other foot. Sure, I have my cozy bed down here. I'm just gonna stick with that. So it'll help me pick out what projects to have down here at the ready. So I don't have to be bothering David and be like, hey, go into this chaotic mess and find this for me. And, you know, I will have a well laid out room and be like, hey, there's this bag. Could you grab that for me? You know, if like need be, if I can't get around or whatever. Anyway, just a thought jumble that's going on in my head at, 4 a.m. But yes, so, but all that's mixed with, it's October and I don't want to be doing, I want to. In this hand, I want to be doing all these things. And in the other hand, I'm like, I want to ignore all responsibility and I want to go out pumpkin hunting and I want to decorate the outside of the house. I want to go get corn stalks and I want to go shopping for outside decorations and I want to go to haunted houses, which I can't do this year because of my feet. Same with corn mazes and, I want to do all the fun stuff and let's just take that out of the hand because that's not realistic, but the decorations maybe, but yeah. Plus I also need to make a little more room because honestly I said that Joanne's order was going to be my last hurrah, but you guys, I really, 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 really want to make one more Joanne's purchase. I haven't yet, but I want to. I am not going to lie. That, was it Supernova yarn? That is calling me, you guys, with the rainbow. Oh, that is calling me. Yeah. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that I am not thinking about ordering it. So, need to get rid of some more yarn, guys. Well, let's talk about the things that I made today in that effort, shall we? Besides the hat. So, I've been doing the Stranger Things squares, for my fanfic advent scrap busting blanket, we'll say. And for today, well, for yesterday into today, I drew Will the Wise. So Will, I'm going to put up the picture that I have for him. I just adore him so much. I'm still going to say in his little D&D outfit. And every time I think about Will, it's like, guys, now can we play D&D? No. Like in season 3. I just think he's adorable. I love Will. Especially in that, just mindset, so D&D obsessed. And it was always so heartbreaking when, this is going to sound bad. I was about to say, when he didn't get to play D&D and he was just because that makes him sound spoiled or whatever. But when he was upset and everything, because all he really wanted to do was hang out with his friends and play D&D and they were just blowing him off. That's the less spoiled version, I guess. But anyway, so Will has got this beautiful, I kind of picture like Joyce helping him by like sewing on these little stars and, you know, tacking together this wizard's robe the best she could. Like, I don't know, I find that so cool. But this purple robe, purple hat, you know, with stars, and I had some purple red heart just in the color, I think it's just the color purple or the color violet or something. I know I had that in a ball, and I was debating because the stars are pretty like tinfoily silver color, whether it would be better to go with a lighter gray, silvery gray color, or I had this metallic gray that was, I know it's leftover, like Big Twist sparkle or shimmer or whatever it's called, just because it's got that shimmer because the stars are like metallic-y looking, and I went with the sparkle. So here is the square that I had for Will the Wise. I know it might be a little dark, but it does sparkle, whether that's catching in my light or not. So I really, really like this, and like compared to some of the other squares that I made, this one is like a pretty good contrast. So this is really going to give a big scrappy look to the blanket. This one's a lot closer to what a heather square would look like too, I have to admit. Here is, and I've been doing a second one a lot with a contrast, so here is the contrasting one. Maybe you can see the sparkle in that one a little bit better. See, and there's the actual star then. Well, sort of. There are my two Will the Wise squares. So I got 3 of the kids now. I've had Lucas, Mike, and Will. No Dustin yet. No Dustin, no Steve, and no Hopper. Those are my 3 favorites. Or no Erica either. What's going on here, Cauldron? We have not picked my favorites yet. Are you kidding me? Obviously saving the best for last, right? And sorry, no offense to anybody that I've picked so far. I'm like staring at my squares, like, no offense, guys. I have side characters in here too, so like I know there'll be some explaining to do for those who are not as into the universe as I am. But I couldn't resist putting in some of my favorite side characters we have discussed in the past. But yeah, let's draw, and then I'll let you guys go for the day, because I can tell my voice is going. I don't know why. I guess I just talked a lot today. All right, let's go with this one. So who is the lucky winner today? Oh, it's another place. This is the time where I regret putting some places in, because I keep thinking, I'm sure I'll have a picture to put up, but I keep thinking like, what color, what am I going to do for this that's not just a solid color? I mean, I'll figure it out, because I haven't even looked at inspiration pictures. Okay, and how am I going to pronounce this? What was I thinking? All right, this is from season 4. This is, oh, I'm going to butcher this. I'm going to butcher this. Kamchatka Prison. This is Kamchatka Prison. This is the prison, obviously, the prison where Hopper was held. Spoilers for those who haven't seen season 4, Hopper didn't die. Sorry, but it's been a while. It's been a while. I'm a firm believer in no spoilers for a while, but you guys, you slept on it for quite a while, and, you know, come on now. I'm sorry. It's the prison in Russia where my boy was held. And successfully escaped from. Sorry, there's more spoilers. It is the prison where the experiments were held. I'll try not to fully disclose, I guess, but it's, again, you know, it's been a while, guys. I'm sure those of you who know already know, and those of you who haven't probably aren't planning on it. So, yeah. Anyway, and it's a pretty, like, unless I find a picture proving me wrong, it's a pretty dreary place. It is surrounded in snow, so potentially there'll be some sparkly white in there if I don't find a different color to go with the. I'm picturing in my mind like a irony gray or that gray blue color that comes with like the dark prison walls. I guess we'll see what kind of picture I come up with for it. But yeah, I'm picturing like gray, and like I said, like a gray blue, like maybe white. I'm not positive yet. I'll have to put some thought into that. It's not going to be one that I just like leave the room, go grab the yarn and just get it done. Like I knew from the second what Will the Wise was going to be. You know, the only debate was which gray to use. And that debate didn't last long in my head. I'll have to think about Kamchatka. So if you guys have any input at all, I would love to hear that input down below. Yeah, I'm not so sure. I included it, I will say. I don't usually talk about my actual fanfic, but I included it because my friend Joe was really invested in reading my fanfics and stuff, and he wanted a Joe character. And so for his birthday, I wrote him a fanfic with a Joe character in it, and he wanted to be in Stranger Things. And this was before season 4 came out, so it wasn't, I didn't know the prison was Kamchatka or anything, and I just, like, this is before nobody knew Hopper was alive or anything like that. I knew, you know, I was like, it was me going, I'm going to tell you guys I'm right, you know? And so my theory had been that they had went through a portal and ended up in the prison. Oh my God. Is that how they got to the prison? Did I just help them write season 4 before I knew it? Guys. Anyway, that's the only similarity. Hopper was held in this prison, and Joe's character was, do you remember Alexei from season 3? He was his brother, working at this prison, and he had seen them bring in Hopper, and he knew that he was from the town that the Russians were treating as an experiment. So he thought that if he made nice with Hopper, he could get information on his brother, because he knew his brother didn't come back. And he ended up helping Hopper escape because they became friends. So that was the fanfic. And then he came back to Hawkins with Hopper. So he was the resident friendly Russian guard in Hawkins. You know, anything can happen. It's a fanfic, you guys. I'm just saying. Anyway, but yeah, I wrote him that story for his birthday. I don't know. Anyway, I don't really have anything else to say about it. I was just that there was a prison in one of my fanfics. So that's why I decided to add it to the places and stuff, because I was like, oh, I had written about it and then it became a thing. And then like I didn't write about it after it was already a thing, if that makes sense. I haven't gotten that far in my my actual seasonal writing, but I will. Don't worry, I will. Most of you guys have not read my fanfics. You're like, what are you talking about, lady? Anyway, it's probably best you don't know. Just know that I crochet squares. That's all. That's really all you need to know. On that note, I'm gonna stop babbling. I'm gonna let you go. Yeah, and like I said, if you do have any suggestions for the color choices of a Russian prison, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I will talk to you tomorrow. So thanks for putting up with all of my random babbling and my craziness, and I appreciate it. So I'll talk to you soon, guys. I love you. Bye.